So they are not scammers. They are not thieves. If I call them a thief, they are not thieves. If I call them a scam, they are not scam. If I call them stupid, they are not stupid. I think they are trying to do a good job, which I think they should stop because some of you are ungrateful.
Hi, lovely viewers. Welcome to GBH Logistics podcast. Today is going to be a very lively and interactive session. We're going to have some conversations with our famous TikTok IGP and one of our clients. Here with me is Mr.
Bako Felix, HOD for Finance.
Emmanuel from Agonaba Impex and Trading.
And TikTok IGP.
Right. So we will delve straight into our discussion for today. TikTok IGP, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Right. So we saw your video on TikTok calling out GBH as a scam. Why
am I calling you out as a scam?
Right.
Okay, first of all, I want you to take back what you said because I didn't call you out as a scam.
Okay.
I asked, are you a scam?
Okay.
Because of the reports that I received.
Right.
So before I answer that, most people don't know what I do on TikTok. And I'm sure this should be the first time maybe you've come across my video or something.
Sure.
So what I do on TikTok is I call out scammers, I call out bullies, I make videos, and when I realize there's a page that is a scam, I'll tell you, don't go and buy from this page, it's a scam. But I realized that some pages, they were not scams, or some vendors are not scams, but they don't do right with their clients. So when a report comes to me, I'll try and make it right. Either I call you out, or I talk to you and try to resolve the problem. Usually when it's just one case or two cases, I'll call you out. But when it's more than 2 or 3, when it's 1 or 2, I'll talk to you privately. But when it's more than 2 or 3, I have no other option than to call you out. So the reason why I featured you on my page is because more than 2 people reached out to me and said they had issues with GBH. And in the sense that they order items, you send them their tracking number that the items have arrived. They come there the very next day and you tell them, your money is signed to this or we can't find it, so go and come back. And then they will go and then they will keep updating. My items in, you keep telling them they are not in, they are not in. When they come after a certain number of days, you tell them to pay warehouse fee because the items have kept long at your warehouse, when it's actually not their fault. Some people to compare, they never receive an item a year ago, 2 years ago, all these items were never received and you do nothing about it. So that is why I had to call you out.
Right. Thank you very much. So we want to go straight into some of the reports that you received, especially ones that purport to say that their items arrive and we tell them to go and come back later. Actually, one of the things that features on our terms and conditions and one of our practices here is that when items arrive, we want clients to pick up immediately. And so we don't turn clients away when they come to pick up their items. But I would want to go a little bit deeper into it as to why you mentioned that sometimes they say the reason why we tell them to go and come is because their items are small. Or?
No. Yes, small and you can't find it.
Okay. I would want Mr. Felix to speak to this before I come in.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. I believe with every organization, you have principles and the rules guiding it. So if you give you our terms and conditions, it means you have to abide by it. Now, before you enter GBH Logistics, use our front office as a point of entry. We give you the terms and conditions, stating clearly in it that you can only ship items above 0.1 CBM. So it means that if you want to ship something below 0.1 CBM, you do so at your own risk because they have a higher tendency of getting lost. So if you should bring a thing like this and then you come and then wait, probably sometimes finding such packages are very difficult to find, and we ask you to probably sit and then give us some time to locate it. It doesn't mean that we are saying that your package is lost. Yeah, so there are so many rumors out there, but I think today we'll clarify everything.
Right. Thank you very much. So as Mr. Felix rightly said, at GBH Logistics, we don't tell people that we can't find their items. if per any circumstance your item has delayed, especially with the smaller packages, we usually deal with the items when it comes to, we have a process we call confirmation process when the items arrive. And what we do is that we pay attention to the items that are bulkier before we come to the smaller ones. And so the smaller ones take time. When a client walks in and we are offloading a container, we cannot stop offloading the container and look for the person's item in the container. So sometimes we urge the clients to bear with us.
And go and come back.
Right.
So before you continue, you made mention of the smaller items take time because you first have to offload the larger items. And in your terms and conditions, you stated that if your item is at our warehouse, you have 7 days. If I'm not mistaken,
That's
I stand
right.
to be corrected.
That's right.
You have 7 days to come for your item. So in a case where you have to offload the bigger ones before the smaller ones, that is you causing the delay, right? Because you'd have to offload the bigger items before you get to the smaller items. So if it takes a day or two or more before you're able to locate the items, or maybe it bypasses the deadline for retrieving your package, why should the client be the one to pay a warehouse fee when you delayed in finding their package because you had to offload the bigger package first?
Right. So the confirmation process is different from the offloading process.
Right.
The offloading process is when we are removing the items from the container onto our platform, or what we call the warehouse, basically. Right. The confirmation process is where we have to go through the things that we have offloaded to confirm that we have indeed received these items that were loaded in China. Good. The confirmation process that involves taking the dimensions of the items and recording the names, that is what I'm talking about. That is what we pay attention to, the bulkier items first.
And you do this after you've sent a message that your items have arrived?
No.
Or you do this before sending a message?
Yes. So we update clients as and when, or at every step of the way. When we load items in China, we send updates. When the items arrive, we send updates. And when the items are ready for pickup and delivery, we send updates. So when we send updates that the items have arrived, we let you understand that it is going through a confirmation process. And when a confirmation process is done, it will be ready for pickup. And when it is ready...
Do you have a sample template of what you send your clients when they...
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay, let me add to what he said before. He continues.
Right.
You see, the most reason why we are saying that we don't accept packages below 0.1 CBM is that the system we use does not, when you put this tracking number into the small packages, the system does not support it. So it means that while he was trying to say that we actually concentrate on the bulky items, that those ones are in the system already, and these ones, when they come in sacks. For instance, they are about 200 in a sack, they are about 300 in a sack. It means that we have to bring all those things and then sit down, and then we are working with time. So if someone is ready to pick up the bulky ones whilst we know they are ready, we can't say that, okay, wait till we work on the ones in the sack, which are smaller ones, which are not even in the system. So that is the most reason why we are saying that, okay, this is giving us too much work, so we are not accepting it to be below 0.1. Anything above 0.1 is in the system. So we just go to the system, we see it and tell, okay, this is the package with the picture and everything on it. So if our clients will be very honest with us, they know that with the 0.1 packages, we give them updates. This is the picture, this is your tracking number, and then this is the name on it. But with these ones, you know, it's not in the system, so we can't actually track it.
So you give them a picture of their item.
Yeah.
This is your item. This is the tracking number.
Yeah.
That means you have located the item.
Yes.
That's when you are done clearing. Or
no,
you don't.
the update is when we receive it in our Chinese warehouse. We give you update. We've received so and so package. So this is the picture of the package. This is the quantity. Your name is on it. Then we give it to you. Once you know it's for you, you have your shipping mark on it. We give it to you. We tell you, okay, we've received it.
I'm interested in, so when it happens that you come. You guys,
and that's actually for big packages, not for the smaller packages. With the small packages,
so we don't send updates on the small packages at all.
At first, I was equally having challenges with them until I sat down and then read through everything. I mean, I asked questions to get the whole thing before, and then I realized that I was even doing mistakes. You get it? Yes.
So you have worked with them for quite a while.
Yes, I've
you have made mistakes as well.
Exactly. You understand? Because I mean, you have to follow the steps. They give you guidelines, and if you don't understand anything, you can just, I mean, reach them, come to their office, and then they will explain things to you. Because I mean, at first I used to ship, I mean, smaller packages like this, and I will not receive any picture updates, and I will start ranting, get mad, and then they later told me that no, this is how you are supposed to go about it.
Right.
So after everything, or I mean, if the packages are smaller packages and you think that, I mean, you just have to gather them, get a lot of them, and then you send it to their warehouse. You just be there and then they will send you a picture of it. But if it's smaller like this one, the system does not even take it. So at first I was also having challenges like that until, I mean, I got the whole thing.
So if the system doesn't take it, I'm going to ask this question again. You state that you don't take smaller packages in your terms and conditions. I think in one of the terms and conditions you added what's it called? A penalty. I mean, in one of the terms and conditions, I don't want to make a mistake. You said if A, B, and C is not done, you will do A, B, and C. But then when it came to the 0.1 CBM issue, there was nothing like that. I feel like, well, unpopular opinion, I'm thinking that Ghanaians are difficult people.
Yeah.
If you let them understand that if this thing happens, this is going to happen to you. I'm going to take you on. You are going to pay a penalty. The item is now mine if you do this. I think they'll take you seriously. That is why when you tell them that if you don't pick up your item in 7 days, they are quick to get here for their item. Because you tell them that if you don't pick it up, you pay a fee or a fine or it's no longer yours. But looking at I think that was the 7.2 or 7 point something, your CBM updates or your CBM terms and conditions, you just say I advise, and advice can be taken or disregarded. It's just an advice. So I'm just thinking, it's a suggestion that if you think it's going to be that much of a problem, why don't you just say, okay, if you bring your item to our warehouse, we will not ship it. Then coming back to my question again, if you've stated that you don't ship items less than 0.1 CBM and it comes to your warehouse, why do you ship them to Ghana?
Why don't I think you just... there was even a time they started charging a flat rate for smaller packages like this, just to deter people from yes. And I mean, I've been here, met a lot of people, just to deter them so that they will not use the service. But I mean, I will come around and then I will see big sacks, and I will even start asking myself questions that, hey, Charlie, people don't really listen, or
exactly.
You get it, and I mean, sometimes it's sickening. It's sickening. Like I was saying, I used to have problems, but I sat down, read through, and then now I'm cool with it. You get it. So some of the people I don't really know.
Right. So all these suggestions that you have made, we've noted them, and for some of them we have even already made attempts to deter people from bringing in these smaller packages, as he said. At a point we were even charging $20 flat rates. We started from $100. If you send anything of this nature, we're going to charge you $100. It will shock you. People were still bringing them. You understand? So I think that the idea is that people did not understand why we were bringing those initiatives. We took time to explain. We did.
Yeah. Where?
We sent out messages. We podcast messages. We did a podcast like this to educate clients. We even made flyers. How do you call it? Because we thought perhaps people may not have the time to listen. People may not have the time to read the terms and conditions. We captured it in smaller, how do you call it? Flyers, just to put it out there for people to be well acquainted with what's happening and the challenges that bringing these small packages poses to us as a company. You understand?
So, and a lot of their customers, they know. they just ignore it. When you go to their page, everything is there.
Right.
Some of them choose to ignore. That's it. We are too stubborn. Seriously.
Right.
So I think let me answer there. She was actually asking the question
why we still ship them.
Yes. So most of our clients know. You know what they do. Practical example. Let's say that we give a date that after this date we are not accepting this. What do we tell you that the client will tell you that, oh, now my supplier now send it that it's on its way to the warehouse already. And you know what happens when it gets to the warehouse? They know the warehouse will not accept it, so they drop it at the gate. And you can imagine people dropping their packages in front of the gate for about 3-4 days. And you know, to get to a time we don't even have space to enter the warehouse in China. So what they do is, okay, let's gather everything out of goodwill. Let's gather everything and then let's ship.
Unfortunately, you were saying you have to run a business. You have to include goodwill when running a business, but nobody sent you. Now you're paying the cost.
The thing is that if we should leave it over there too, at the end of the day, not Obiaba, DBH, Omutimode, they are the same people who come on TikTok.
I think it's better if somebody says GBH, Omutimode, they are than them saying say. Omo Tom in your man, and as a moo you say in your man. Omo yes scam.
Adam,
you made your point clear. Yeah. We won't ship 0.1 CBM.
That's it. So don't accept it. So
don't accept. If you have to discard it, if you can track the supplier, send it back to them wherever it came from. We don't do this. We made it clear, so we are not taking it. But if you are saying goodwill, nobody sent you. Nobody sent you. And you are the one to bet, and now you are bearing the cost. Look at the comments under the video. It will take only somebody of academia, a very intelligent person, to take his or her time and understand that GBH is doing a good thing. And not everybody will have time to sit down and try to reason with you. Not even everybody will read your terms and your conditions. So you have to be strict. It's your business. Right now, whatever you are going to ship, you are going to pay with your money. Right? So if they don't come for it, and you will see ship. What if it comes and it gets missing? Just as you are saying, it can enter in a different package, it can fall off somewhere, but you've already paid shipping fee. Let's just assume it's missing now. Whose cost is it? It's your cost. So I would do bear the cost of somebody else's ignorance.
Yeah.
I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah. We
GBH must also take some of the blames.
Yes, I feel like in this case, GBH you have to take some. The clients have to take some.
It do some time, yeah. I think those small packages, I think the munya backlog be into Emma tracking that way, it was they all feeded.
Waste of tracking them.
So that is where those problems, a lot of them, I even had my own share. So some of the blame, GBH, you must also take the blame.
All right, so
you don't have to accept it at all.
There's nothing like goodwill in business.
Okay, let's take it this way, Mr. Agunaba. You are one of our potential clients.
Yeah, sure.
Let's take it that you brought 2 CBM to the warehouse, and then you actually bought something from a supplier with us in this nature, and then it gets to the entrance, and then already you're having about 2 CBM in the warehouse already, and then our Chinese team find out, okay, this person is someone who used to, ship with us always. He has about 2 CBM already in the warehouse. Do you think we can ignore your small package and then ship the bigger ones for you?
This case you are bringing on, sorry I have to catch you, but this case I will let you continue because it's totally different.
I think those people are not the big deal. I think they are.
Those who are.
We are talking about the mini importers, right? Those small things, not the big people. That's it. You reject it.
So finish. I don't think you have this issue.
You have to stop rejecting small packages. Don't take them at all.
Simple.
So because I mean, if you accept the package, you have given the person
today.
You have if you accept the small package, you have given the person any chance. I mean, into your business. So you get it. So don't accept it at all.
So I've taken it worse. I'm actually taking it worse today, Mr.
I just want to come in quickly with a comment, and then we can move on to another discussion. So to really address this issue, we came up with several systems that will help us to deal with this issue. Now, what we do is that when you bring a small package, we contact you, you make payments before we even ship it.
When did that start?
We are in a group,
Last year, November.
We are in a group.
And people's items are still getting missing.
No, we are in a group. So with that, I'm really,
So
now that's
it's a WeChat because it's a WeChat group. It's a WeChat.
We have a platform.
People told me you don't have a WhatsApp.
We have
we have a WeChat.
We don't have a.
We don't have a WhatsApp. It's a WeChat, which I can.
Yes, for WhatsApp we send what we call broadcast. Okay, so the idea is we have realized that, as you are saying, a lot of clients are not reading the terms and conditions. A lot of clients are not complying with what we have put out there. Right. So now we put on strict measures to make sure that people really comply with the rules and regulations. The $100 rate and all that were all strict measures to make sure that people don't do, because you see, when we ship these small packages, as you were saying, it brings financial burdens on us. Yeah. Imagine we have almost about 30 to 40 CBM items that are unclaimed.
But anyway, before we move on, but are you still taking small packages?
Yes, it seems people in place to regulate bringing in small packages. We will not totally cancel out taking small packages because of the instance that Felix gave us. Because sometimes we have clients who buy things from different suppliers and may have bought, say, about 20 CBM of something and may buy maybe a 0.04 CBM worth of something that the client will want to add on. So in situations like that, we need to make exceptions.
So let's see some of the packages that you, if
so great. So this package for sea shipment is unacceptable.
Right. What of the one we have?
This one is a bit okay. This one is acceptable, even though it falls behind. Yes, it falls behind the 0.1 CBM requirement. Right. The idea is the items shouldn't be too small to the point where it becomes difficult for us to find it.
Okay.
You understand? Something like this can easily enter another person's package.
Yeah, with this package,
we may not be able to find it.
So
if you have
what at all is this?
Exactly. Some people buy even one, how do you call it? A soap.
Shipping fee for this. And you go to China Mall and look for it.
Exactly. And some will tell you perhaps it is a sample they are requesting from a supplier, which we understand. So that is why we also offer what we call the air cargo shipment. When you have a small package like this, we advise clients use air cargo. Air cargo comes early, from between 7 to 14 days. You have your item. If it is a sample, you can even take a look at it quickly and then make your order.
But you know that.
So I don't automatically do the air cargo.
No. It comes with a cost. It's higher than.
It's high. If I've told you that I don't take less than 0.1 CBM,
use air cargo.
And I'll let you know in the terms and conditions, because that is what we are going to use. The terms and their conditions. Like if you send 0.1 CBM, automatically I'm sending it via air cargo.
The challenge with that, you see, this is the content, and this is something that someone has gone online.
So currently, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that going forward,
someone will be on TikTok and will be saying which has misplaced their package.
What do you call it?
So you are on TikTok and you are telling IGP that GBH has misplaced your package, and you sit in Ghana. You will not go to Makola. It's not even Louis Vuitton, it's not even designer.
Let's imagine.
And a company like GBH, you sent this and you complain to me that they've misplaced your spectacles. That is what you do. I don't pick sides. Whoever sent this, I hope you see it.
Right.
Who will wear this thing?
You see. So sometimes we expect the clients.
This is the home.
This is in Makola.
Exactly. If you even buy this from China, use air cargo.
I have one of these. Please kindly pass this.
It comes early and you are able to receive your items as quickly as you can. And for air cargo, things like this will not get missing. You understand? It is easy for us to find things like this. But if you bring something of a sort,
I believe that this person shipped just one of these.
Yes.
How cheap is this thing
in Ghana?
Or how expensive is this thing in Ghana that you ship just one? I'm for the people, but sometimes the people too smooth. Why?
Good.
I want to ask like 1 or 2 questions. First question: are you reliable? GBH, are you reliable?
Yeah, with that, I'll answer that.
You are a client.
Yeah.
So I'm the best person to answer that.
They are very, very reliable. Okay. Trust me. With that, I mean, top notch.
Right.
You know,
reliability comes into play with a lot of things. GBH is reliable in a lot of facets. The first one,
and I'll not cut you off. I think they are doing something which makes them stand out. I mean, in terms of free delivery. Yeah, I live at Ouija,
right?
But they give me free delivery, which is very hard to find. I mean, as compared to.
Is it not part of your shipping fee?
No, it's not part of it.
No. They're not supposed to tell you that it's a shipping
fee.
Right?
People are even
the shipping market is open.
People are even charging
they compare with other companies,
what they are charging,
and they know that is the standard rate, and even at times our rate is even lower than other places. So they know.
Right.
They know
I ship with
that
it
is not integrated into their.
I do comparisons all the time, and
so
for me,
I think say
yes, for me,
title of reliability.
Yes, for me.
We even go as far as Takrade.
So when somebody comes to you and says, GBH is not reliable, how are you going to convince the person that, with my experience, A, B, and C, so I think they are reliable? What are you going to use to convince this person that
I'll
ignore the naysayers and that we are reliable?
I'll listen to the person's story first. Do you know why? Because I'll be thinking that maybe the person is doing some mistake that I've done previously. So first of all, I'll listen to your story before I'll take you through, or if I have any judgment or if I have any conclusion. So I'll not. I mean, you not come and then you start telling me that GBH has done this. Why they? No. Yeah, because I've been with them for a long time now. So
if you are watching me, and you came to me to complain about GBH misplacing your item or selling your item or using your item, and you send something, I'm so mad. I don't know why this thing is specific. I'm and you send something like this to GBH. To them, they are trying to do you good because they've told you, say, we don't ship it, but then they are considering the money that you might have wasted. And I don't know why you guys do it.
Exactly.
So I'm come to put myself in your shoes. I tell you I don't ship something like this, but then it comes to my warehouse. I'm like, maybe part of a big business. So I'm training and the person has wasted money. Let me just do the good thing and ship it to the person. And the person ships this thing to you. How would you find this thing in 1 40-footer container? And then if they don't find it, you say they are thieves. They are not serious. They are nonchalant. They are stupid. They are not hardworking. They are misplacing your item. They are overpricing you. Put yourself in their shoes. If you were the one,
not misplacing them. They are there.
If you were the one, no, I mean that's what they are saying. If you were the one who owns a company as big as GBH, and then somebody sent you this, to me it's an insult. Let me be honest with you.
Exactly.
To me it's an insult because
it is.
Me penoma clay away. Way may then clay. So if you are watching me, I'll give you 50% of the blame if your item is less than 0.1 CBM. Even though I'm blaming them too for not shipping it, I also give you 50% of the blame. Right. Because if they've told you that don't ship 0.1 CBM, even if you don't know, ask. If you don't ask and you know you're shipping only one spectacle like this, and it gets missing, and you have the guts to say, "Oh my, one card will be who?" Let's be honest here. Let's be fair. One card will be who?
Right.
You will not find it. So please, I urge you. If a company you want to deal with a company, please read. Some of you are very, very lazy. You don't like to read. You don't like to understand certain things. If you read, you don't want to understand. I can say quick tutorial. When you are reading some things and you don't understand even a word, open your dictionary. Try to understand what that particular word means before you continue reading. You don't just say, "Oh, okay, shipping company, I don't remember." You don't read it. You just send it.
I have this other firm that I use sometimes. Right. You buy small packages to their warehouse, and then you go to the app, checking that maybe it has been delivered. You see that it has been returned.
Yes, you return it.
Yes.
there's something like goodwill in
No. Because later you come online and then drag them.
That will come and drag.
Yes.
Yes, this is
the same people that you are saying you want to do something good for them will come and drag you.
I'm not noticing it like that because their package arrived in Ghana and they come and you tell them, say, it's less than 0.1 CBM.
Mr. Isaac, you know human being. You do everything for human being.
Right.
Only one thing. You know, so don't give yourself that space for them to come and do that.
So as we speak now, we have put in strict measures to deal with that. If your item come and it is less than 0.1 CBM, we contact you, you make payment, and then we ship it. We find if you can't afford,
I think
if you can't afford, we let you use an alternate shipping agent, or we tell you the air cargo department is available. You can ship through air. Don't tell me it's expensive. The same way, the same ignorance. If you think knowledge is expensive,
but you see, if you can do something about, reject it. It will help.
Some of your terms and conditions,
right?
They were really straightforward, short, with penalties there.
Right.
Now when you read it, it's called Yembe Show.
Yeah.
But in this,
so why is this one? Yes. Something should be done.
I advise. I will not take your advice.
Add that a lot of the people that are claiming out there that their things are missing, the things are not really missing.
I've seen them.
Most of the things they are claiming are missing are here. And that is why we are even doing this auction, so that we can get rid of these things. We have rented a whole storage and we are paying rent to keep people's items like this.
Ever since you made a video that you were going to auction the items, have there been any calls from vendors and all that?
We made this public last year in November. We started taking legal actions in January and February. Ghana Shippers Authority, if they are listening to us, we submitted a list of items. They called, they sent messages to people, they followed up, they came here. People have still decided from February 2024, we are in September. People have still decided that they will not pick up their items.
I mean, a clear example like the one you
I called.
Yeah, I actually came to meet. I actually came when I arrived here. They were on a call with one of the vendors, and she said, "Nipa na or shipping at the man, Nipa ni into shipping."
And this is from last year.
So you can't count for it. I came here, I got here, and then they were on a call with one vendor, and the vendor said, "Oh, I'm sorry, the person who asked me to ship for the person didn't pay shipping fee, so I can't count for it."
And this is from last year.
So if oh yes, me they know me already. Right. I'll blast you.
So I think that
with the heat and then the fire. I know that.
Yes, I'll give everybody the heat and the fire. So now I'm telling you,
give it to them.
I'm giving it to them. Not interact. They are my people.
That's what I'm saying. And
I'm going to talk to them the way I want to talk to them. I'm giving it to them.
Give it to them.
First of all, I have to accept that you are also at fault for shipping 0. Wait, you want me to give it to them, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. Do you accept that you are wrong for going contrary to what you put in your terms and conditions?
Give it to them. When you're done, they will come to you.
No, you want me to give it to them. Answer me.
No, give it to them.
No,
you're giving it to them.
Answer me. First of all, I'm going to
the point is we have already answered you.
If you are no.
Let me just come in. Let me come in.
I'm going to give the blame.
Let me
come in. Those
who
are teaching, those who are shipping, and you as a company.
Exactly.
Right. And I'm asking you, do you accept that?
So let me quickly come in. Let me come in. No, let me come in. IGP, this is it. IGP, this is it. In times past, we realized, I mean, in Ghana, unemployment is on the hood, and a lot of people are trying to survive and finding means to survive.
Relax.
And so turning away people who are making an effort initially seemed like a very unpleasant thing to do. And so we as a company trying to make room for others to also find a way to survive. Decided, I'm coming. We decided to.
Nobody sent you. I'll say it again.
And nobody sent you. Yes, and we accept.
Keep doing something.
We accept that nobody sent us.
Technically, the problem is from the people who teach the meaning in code.
Exactly. But
they are the ones causing this problem.
They are the ones.
I equally teach people. But I don't do this.
Yes.
And some of them even go ahead to give our warehouse address to people without even consulting us.
Why would you teach something when you know you can't teach it in depth? I made that if you can revert. At the same time, I'm telling you that you will keep saying that there's unemployment.
Let me finish that statement. Let me finish that statement. Let me finish that statement.
You will not finish. I want to finish first.
Right.
Ladies first. Number two, right? First of all, you are saying that unemployment. So you are trying. Number two, these people have been ungrateful.
Exactly.
They are not appreciating you.
That is what is necessitating our next action.
Put you into the corner, like I'm the worship for.
That is what is necessitating
our
current policy.
I'm being considerate. Put them where you have.
So IGP, as we talk now, we are not going to be considerate.
That's it.
Because we have understood that a lot of
that's what I want.
No, a lot of the challenges are emanating from
why
people
are telling me that your items are getting missing. Let me be honest with you guys. When I got here, I went to the warehouse. So many packages are not missing.
The packages
they
are
there.
Here.
And
Is he a good
As I was saying, let me be honest with you guys, right? The complaints I'm receiving, when I came, I took a quick tour around the place. Warehouse. I went to the warehouse. So many packages unclaimed. Some of them didn't even have names and contact on it. Some of you were saying that they leave it in the sun, and then they say you put leave it in the sun unattended to, and it cleans. So why don't you tell your supplier that please your receipts are not good? Please try and use a better ink on your receipt, because you should know that from what I know from my expertise, when you put things in a container, they will rub each other. The chip doesn't move like a car. It goes this way. Right, it goes back and forth, or it goes this way, depending on what is happening. The shape doesn't stay flat like the way cars. There's a word for me.
So this what you are talking about boils down to the in-depth.
Yeah, so
a lot of people don't know.
I've already blamed them. Let me talk, please. So your things usually scratch each other. So if there's anything inscribed on this thing and this one, even no matter how quality it is, it will paper. Yeah. Do you get it? And it's a component double work. First of all, a paper. Secondly, so your items are not missing. So for what I've seen in Kwandie, your items are not missing. There are so many things out there. So I beg you, I'm thinking about you. Okay, drag them and not drag your movie. But then let's think about you now. Come before 28th. If you have pictures, even if you don't get the exact same thing, the similar items, just pay your small shipping fee and go. I'm very sure that some of you guys, the shipping fee, I won't influencing because they are working out of goodwill. But if you don't come, 28th, myself, my I keep saying my 28th, I come here, or the auction is over, and you make a video saying, oh, maybe I'm mad here. They stole my item. They sold my item. They used my item. I won't take it lightly with you.
We'll take them on, Ankasa. And yes, we'll
Who told you I can't take them on myself?
Okay.
Right.
We'll take them on, Ankasa.
I will not take it lightly with you. I will not tolerate anybody coming because I'm here. I came here. I'm saying it again. I've seen their packages. They are here. They are at the warehouse. So even if it's been 2 years ago, nobody has taken it. Yes. Come around. Yeah. Say, what banner are defective? I think in your policy, you post you bear the cost 50-50. They'll bear 50-50. If you come and then maybe it's their fault, say package now say what they brought, maybe much show. Come and just show any little evidence you have before 28th. But if you are, because you are bitter and you are pained, you decide not to come and you just want to be on their bad side, that is fine. But I think everybody deserves a second chance. No company can satisfy everybody. So no matter how pissed or how hurt you are, we've come to IGP. I'm sitting here. So I'm begging you, I'm pleading on their behalf. If you can come, please come, sort out the items, pick your items or anything similar to your item, and then let's pick it from there. So those whose items will be auctioned, where I'll buy the oven. So if you come, you're kind of saying, after the date of the auction, after the auction date, please don't come and complain and say that GBH we are mad here, GBH are mad, GBH we are mad here. You are wrong. Whoever taught you how to ship is wrong. Unless in your case you have a genuine case. If you think your case is genuine and your product is bigger than 0.1 CBM, please reach out to me and then I'll contact the company and then we'll deal with that issue. But for now,
I have a question for you.
Ask me.
Are we scammers?
Oh no, you're not scammers.
Right. Our lovely viewers, thank you so much.
No, IGP, I want to ask again. Are we scammers?
You beg me to answer this again. Guys, they are not scammers. Okay, please. Right. I made a video and I asked, are they scammers? Because I think in my video I said I don't think they are scammers because I see faces of real human beings on the page, and I have my way of investigating somebody's a scam. So I don't think they are scammers. But you know, certain actions, you can't call them thieves, you can't call them scammers. So they are not thieves as well, right? Because the items are there. They didn't use your item as well. They are there. I won't say they are useless or they are stupid, as some people, or they are not serious. Because I think if I want to understand from where they are coming from, they are thinking about you. You send your less than 0.1 CBM to their office, they're like, oh, even though it's out of we don't do, let's just do it for this person. Maybe Nipanu with Tiasikabi and Mano. So they are trying to do it out of goodwill, which I've advised for them not to do again. So if they don't ship it, it's my fault. Right? So if I'm putting myself in their shoes, whatever they decide to do by bringing your product to Ghana is out of goodwill. They're actually thinking about you. They want you to like, if it's a sample, they want you to get it, and then if possible, even if you're happy with them, you work with them, because one client is equal to 1,000 clients.
I like them. Those people, they
telling me to put fire on them.
Oh, put fire. Then later they come, then who correct things.
So if you send 0.1 CBM to GBH, they're like, oh, this person, if you're able to get the item to this person, Krampona, now say a person shipping big things, she'll still use us. So let's just try and consider for them. With the hope that you become a premium member because you'll be satisfied. But unfortunately, because it's small, it can get missing. No, it's not missing. It will be difficult to locate, and then then you get angry. So this is a very sad.
Let me share testimony.
This is a very sad issue. So they are not scammers. They are not thieves. If I call them a thief, they are not thieves. If I call them a scam, they are not scam. If I call them stupid, they are not stupid. I think they are trying to do a good job, which I think they should stop, because some of you are ungrateful. So henceforth, they will not do it again. But if they should mess up with any of you, or you think so whatever we've discussed here, you don't fall in this category, and you think your case is genuine, please, I drag for a living. Come to me.
All right, thank you so much for spending time with us. We hope you've been educated. IGP, thank you so much for making time. Agonaba Imports.
I only take a thank you when I get to buy my oven.
Don't worry, during the auction you can come by. Thank you so much for making time. We really appreciate it. Our lovely viewers, we will meet you again on our next podcast.